All right, a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com, and welcome to Night Moves for a Monday, November 24th. I've got DeAndre Stevenson with me tonight. DeAndre, good morning. Thank you for coming on, and we'll cover the action here for Monday. We've got Monday Night Football, as well as some NBA, a big night of college basketball, a big day. I mean, you got to get up early, Deon. We got Feast week. College basketball starting early, but we got some big games out here in Vegas. Hey, if you were here, yeah, we could go from game to game to game to game to game to game with a great the big NIL deal game out here, the uh, Players Era tournament in Las
That's
Vegas.
nice.
Playing for the money. Playing for
That's nice.
that's the way it should be. Playing for the
Yeah,
money.
that's nice activity right there. That's the lifestyle right there, Mr. Ramon.
That's
That's
right.
the lifestyle.
We
Game
bet,
to game.
go with our apps. We bet the game, watch the game, and
That's the lifestyle. Yes, sir. That's the lifestyle out there in Vegas. Oh
the
man.
arenas aren't too far. You can just probably walk. We could probably walk, but we miss this part of the game. Uh, Great day of NFL football and some wild day, DeAndre, of NFL football. Catch some of your opinions on some of the games there from the action on Sunday. I don't want you don't want to have to talk about the Saints necessarily, but I know we could talk about Shadur Sanders. I know there were some other headlines, but we weren't on the opposite sides there necessarily. I just was saying to uh, Shador prove it to us. And boy, you know what? Did he ever? I'm not worried about this season with the Browns or even next week. But he got his chance and he looked terrific accordingly, right? I mean, it wasn't like the best out of the group today, out of the quarterbacks, but he got his chance here and came through big time there here in Las Vegas. And I guess I don't know. He didn't get Chip Kelly fired because he's on the Browns offense, but we fired our fired Chip Kelly after the game because the Raiders couldn't score against those Browns. I said that these guys would get sacked, both guys, but it was more of Gino getting sacked big time in that game. And then the Cowboys and Eagles. DeAndre, what do you think? That really had to be the game, right? Some good games today, but just to see the Cowboys come back and get the Eagles there after trailing 21-0.
Yeah, man. I seen this one play. On a kick return, I think the dude got popped so hard he had no choice but to fumble the ball.
Well, that was the critical play of the game right there, right? I mean, forced the turnover, and that's the momentum was already kind of swinging there a little bit. But no doubt that was a huge play in the game, and the Cowboys reversed their fortunes here this season. Eagles, they're still going to be fine, but the Cowboys sent a message there a little bit to them. Rams smashed the Bucks there late night. Also, Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs were this close, DeAndre, of being maybe knocked out of the playoffs, not going. All of a sudden, their chances went from this to, I don't know, went to this, it felt like, by winning that game. They're over the Colts because the Colts had such a good record and the Colts were winning the whole way until the 23-20 game there in that one. So also, we did see the Patriots kind of take care of business there. Giants, what a performance by Jameis. He was playing like
Yeah,
he
you
looked
gotta
like
love James, man.
DeAndre. He looked like when the big kid is playing Pop Warner. I know that defensive back was I don't know if it was a linebacker or a strong safety, but uh, uh, Jameis did look bigger than him, and he kind of shook him off after he caught that pass. Can you believe it? A touchdown reception for Jameis, and he did
You
the
gotta
layup.
love James, man. Can't no other quarterback do nothing like that besides James,
It
bro.
was great. What an athlete, really. We take it for granted, I think, there. And we'll see. We hope the status also of Baker Mayfield last night injured there in left shoulder, and the Buccaneers are in a battle for their. It feels like DeAndre with as many good teams as there are in the NFC. It feels like it's if not the Buccaneers or the Panthers, the winner of that division is going to be the team that goes to the playoffs. And the Rams, man, do you think the Rams are they the best in the NFC? I don't know. They really looked great last night against a playoff. Against I
Yeah.
call them playoff caliber, but all right. We'll get started. Say hello to some folks in the chat, and we'll get started with our previews today. NBA, but first Monday Night Football. But hello to Timmy Two Shoes here in the chat. Says hello
How
to
you
us.
doing, Timmy Two Shoe? Money making, money. Hey,
Like
happy Monday. Let's start the week off right. Let's get it. We up early. We got early college basketball games. You know, we can't sit here and play around. We got to be on it.
Yeah, and we'll take a look at these NBA games here for Monday. Got a busy card here. It's going to be a busy week here on Night Moves with the holiday coming up. All right, DeAndre, let's get to it with you here, and we'll talk about Monday Night Football. Look, it's a decent game. It's an important game. I think it's an important game here because, but you know what, DeAndre, I sell us short here a little bit. I want to say, don't forget, everyone, this is why we're here, DeAndre. Don't forget to go over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look at our premium picks over at Tony's Picks. Always our best picks every day over at Tony's Picks. I came through with a couple of prop winners there, DeAndre, on Sunday Night Football. But let me bring up the website and we can accent our favorite handicappers over at Tony's Picks. Higgs over there at 5-3. Let's see who else. Justin's up there last 7 days, 24-12. A great run there. And got our picks here from the gang. DeAndre, you got your best bet up here right now for Monday over at Tony's Picks. So tell me what's going on here this week over at Tony's Picks, and we'll get you right started.
Yeah. This week been shaky. But it's a new week. Like I said, we got college day action all day this week. Holidays rolling in. It's just a good time to get on board, get on some long term with all these sports coming in. So I brought home a few winners today. I was on the Bears, laying the points, getting a field goal. Um, I was on a couple of totals. I dropped, and I was also on the Lions, but like I said, man, Jameis. But like I said though, it was a alright week. But I'm ready to go for this new week. I'm ready to go. Pair me and Mr. Ramon up 2-for-1 capital promotion deal and use the code Tony T at checkout. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. And check us all out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use that promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 15%. I'll be loading up again on the props here on Monday night myself, DeAndre. I did come home with Stafford's passing prop over yesterday on the site.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, don't miss this Monday best bet, man. I got a guaranteed win in this one, man. So
okay,
get on board. Let's go.
Well, don't give it away. But
Oh no.
You can tell us about the game though here on Monday Night Football with the Panthers and the 49ers. Okay, because I just mentioned it, right, DeAndre? Look, the Buccaneers just lost to the Rams. That leaves the door open here right now for the Carolina Panthers. I mean, they are in. It is going to be one of these two teams is going to make the playoffs. I don't expect the other team to be able, with all those good records right now. I don't think both these teams are going to. I'm talking about the Panthers, and the Bucks right now. Not one of those teams is going to win the division. The other team is not going to make the playoffs. I think there's just too many good teams ahead of them in the NFC, given the standings. With the teams going off there in the North Division. So it's a big game for the Panthers. They're a pretty big underdog, DeAndre. So if they lose, they're still going to be they're still in it because of the race being so close between the Buccaneers and the Panthers right now. For the 49ers, their situation's a little dicey too, but they probably, we might get two teams from this division too, as far as the wild card. So still, what do you think here? They are favored here. A whole touchdown. Panthers have played just fine. We know the Niners' injuries have taken them down a little bit here. Doesn't feel like they are 7-4, but this defense is suspect. And you're talking about a total of 50 here with a Carolina Panthers team that I don't know, they don't have the most prolific offense this season.
Yeah, this Panther versus 49ers game. This the healthiest the 49ers have been. The 49ers offense is good. The
All right.
Panthers defense is going the wrong way. The last 4 games they're allowing 6.6.5 yards per play. They've been allowing over 24 points per game. I'm gonna just live with the 49ers. I think this is a bad spot for the Panthers. They're still out on the road. We just seen them struggle versus the Saints. I'm gonna be on the 49ers here. I like that they're getting healthy and they're back at home.
Okay. I know what you're saying, and like I said, I'm trying to talk up the Panthers a little bit here. Uh, I think they're outclassed still by the Niners. I just think that the Niners. You said they are healthy, especially
Offense
offensively.
wise, a little
Right,
offensive wise.
offense, right, yeah. For defense, we're screwed if you're the Niners, right?
Yeah,
It feels like even if they make the playoffs, they are, up against it against those other teams. They're a step behind because of the defensive injuries this season to Fred, to Bosa, right? These guys are key players. So, and then that strange situation they talked about this week too with Ayuk. I just referenced it. I know he hasn't played in weeks, but that was kind of weird. Kind of a rule here that is preventing his contract or whatever. That's beside the point. That's an old injury. So, okay, DeAndre. Well, if you're liking the Panthers here to lay it, I'm kind of worried about that then because look, this total's at 50. I mean, this still says here that the Panthers are going to be able to put up enough. This is like a 28-21 type of game is what what the numbers are suggesting here. But man, can the Panthers really still, even against this depleted 49er defense? I want to go under in this one. I know that the teams are kind of trending over, DeAndre. San Francisco's gone over in 6 of their last 8 games. And Carolina also trends over here long term, over in 12 of the last 18, dating back to last season. But
yeah.
I'm not sure they get to 20. They're going to need at least 20 points here to help it get over if you like the Niners. So even if it was 31 to 20, that barely gets it over and it gets your cover. So I'm not sure here. I'm taking the under in this one on Monday Night Football with the Panthers and the Niners, despite maybe what the trends might say here. Usually I kind of look at the trends in this game. I'm going to go with the under here, DeAndre, like the 49ers on Monday Night Football. All right. I tell you who I like, though, DeAndre, out of the – I know the Niners, they got the man, they got McCaffrey, but Teteroa McMillan is one of the hottest receivers in the NFL, and he has helped Bryce tremendously because he really is near all pro level as a rookie right now. He's one of the hot receivers in the game here, and a lot of you great young receivers in football right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there are. Anybody in the chat with anything? There's McCaffrey on an over prop here for Timmy Tusha. I think he likes him and his R&R over in this one tonight. They've asked him to do a lot, McCaffrey. Well, they always do. So, all right, DeAndre, we got a great card here, the NBA tonight. We've got 10 games to look at here, and so let's get going on it. And then bring up the graphics. Get ready in the chat. Stop Geo is here in the chat. Thank you for being here. Okay, DeAndre. Now we've got the Pistons going to take on the Pacers here, and we just can't stop hyping these guys enough, and it doesn't seem like it is enough. It seems like we still got to spread the word on these Detroit Pistons. I know everybody knows how hot they are, DeAndre, but it feels like with the way the Thunder's going and some of the other, I'm not saying nobody's forgetting about what they're doing right now, but what they're doing is unprecedented right now for a Pistons. Where's AOD? Where's AOP? We're talking Pistons basketball. Here, DeAndre, 10-game winning streak. Indiana's lost 9 of their last 10. But the Pacers have covered 7 of the last 9 against the Pistons, but still, that's old. That's old Pacers, not injured and weak Pacers. 2-14, exactly the opposite line here or record.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Pacers in this one. I just think it's too many points with a home dog in a Central Division matchup. This Pacers team always play the Pistons tough. We know it's like a rivalry, So I'm gonna take the dog. The Pacers play kind of playing sort of better at home. They just beat the Hornets at home. So
4-3.
I'll take the Pacers at home. Get the
Pacers
points.
4-3 ATS. They're not doing a whole lot of things right, but they've covered 4 games of 7 at home right now. So still, no matter how you look at it, I'm not telling anybody you're wrong. I'm just saying the Pistons 12-4 ATS, 5-2 ATS on the road, 9-3 ATS is a favorite. We know all that. But you got to look for spots here. DeAndre says getting 10 points. It just keeps going higher because of the way these two teams are going. So I'm going to go with the over here in this one, DeAndre, at 234. Detroit's gone over in 5 of their last 6 games, and I'm going to go over with these two. Pretty big total here right now between these two teams, but I'm going to grab the over. It was 127 to 112 in the last meeting there at Detroit. So they got that one, and it went over. So, all right, let's keep it moving here on
Yeah,
night.
stop Gio. James Winston gave y'all defense a hard time.
Oh, where is it? Oh, let me see. Oh, okay, let me see
Brutal.
here. The closest I would. Did I get it right? Is that the game he's talking about there?
Yeah.
Okay. And stopped you. Marketing. Yeah, I don't know if you watched the Laker game tonight, DeAndre, but Marketing was he got it. It felt like he pulled him all by his bootstraps last night with a steal, with a 3-pointer, and Marketing was looking good again there last night. All right, let's keep it moving here right now and go to Cavs and the Raptor. Another one, Cavaliers. They're almost getting overshadowed here a little bit because they are hot. But look at this matchup. You got the Cavs. They're back to being the Cavs. It feels like right now, DeAndre. Meanwhile, the Raptors. Raptors, Detroit. These two teams right now just on fire, and the Raptors coming in here with a big old hot streak as well. But Cleveland, like I said, they're starting to find their form here a little bit right now. But 7 straight wins for the Raptors now, DeAndre.
Yeah, this Cavs versus Raptors game, we know both of these teams on the back to back.
Yeah.
I think that the Raptors come out hot in front of their home crowd. They just beat the Nets at home. Cleveland got to travel. They just beat the Clippers, and now they got to hit the road and travel. Meanwhile, the Raptors still at home playing in front of their home crowd. So I lean towards the Raptors in this game.
Yep, Raptors for DeAndre here. A little bit of a home dog in this one to the Cavs, but there's a high profile matchup right now in the East here. DeAndre, I'm going to take the under in this one. The Cavs have gone under here in 5 straight right now. Meanwhile, the Raptors, meanwhile, have gone under this season here in 4 of 7 right now at home, and long term 8 of 12 here in their 8 of their last 12. So I'm going to go with the under here in this one with Cleveland and Toronto on Monday night. All right, next up. Sorry, DeAndre, I'm having just a little technical issue with the banner. There we go. The Heat. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what it was. Oh man, sorry, DeAndre. I just deleted the banner on the. We're on the Mavericks here, of course. Here at the Heat. Let me get the right game up, and then I'll start over so I don't screw up the man doing the chopping of the videos. Here we go. The Mavericks are at the Heat here. The Heat are favored by 8.5, and the total here 238. DeAndre, the Heat are 11-6. Dallas 5-13. They're struggling to find their ways. And the Heat here are 4-0. They've got 4 straight wins. They've got Bam back here, and they've been terrific against the number at home and as a favorite. And Dallas, not so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna take everything you said with a grain of salt. I'll live with the Heat. We know this Heat team play good at home, like Mr. Ramon said. They coming off a nice little road trip, getting Bam out of Bio back, and I think Bam out of Bio sauces. He cooks up a Cooper flag in his Mavericks team. So I think the Heat, they're not a popular team, but the Heat play the right way and they do the right things to win the game. So I take the Heat in this one.
Okay. Uh, I would have to think, yeah. I mean, they might not be popular, but they're popular with me. I've been on them quite a bit here. They're one of the best spread teams, especially at home right now. Uh, Dallas has been a big time under here so far, DeAndre. They're 6-12 to the under and 1-4 to the under on the road, but I'm going with the eye test on this one. I know 238. I think we're starting to see the scores, I want to say, come down just a little bit from some of the outrageous scoring. I don't know if I have the facts to prove it. I might be just going with the eye test here. I'm going under here. I'm sorry, DeAndre. I'm going over here despite the obvious trend with Dallas right now. They are, as a underdog, 6 overs and 6 unders. As a favorite, they are 0-6 to the under. So when I say they go under mostly, it's usually when they are, been favored at home in a few games, and then they end up going under. So I think on the road here against Miami, the way the Heat are starting to play, and don't forget, I'm sorry, DeAndre, I don't mean to bury the lead, but we talked about it, I think, last night, right? Tyler Hero is supposed to be back here, I think.
Oh, all right.
Still says questionable on the injury report, but all indications are trending to him making his debut here in the game. So I'm going to go over, right? I got Hero in there. Okay, so I'm going to go over, and DeAndre
He
likes.
getting healthy.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll fit, once he's announced in, because I think it might be built into the line a little bit, because I think the anticipation. In fact, DeAndre, I feel like a fool here right now. Let me update you on this line here. I had an old line in here for my when I entered in the graphics, so I guess the joke's on me. I got to go over 242 now, so I'll still do it, but it has gone up at least 3 or 4 points here overnight. Okay, now we got that knit. Oh, sorry. Let's go to the chat here. Timmy Tushu, I think he was going under. Oh, was that in the? I'm not sure what game that was. Stop Geo. Tick, tick, tick. Okay. What do you think here, DeAndre? You got the Knicks and the Nets. Yeah, Nets are bad. Knicks still got there's still big numbers here. The Nets are starting to cover a few here and there, DeAndre. And let me hear what you think on this. The Knicks are 0-6 against the spread on the road.
Yep, and that's the same thing I got. The Knicks only won one game on the road versus the Mavericks, and we know how trash this Mavericks team is. We just seen the Nets get the backdoor cover today versus the Raptors. Now they coming back home in the perfect spot to get another backdoor cover. Man, this Knicks team 1-5 on the road, 0-6 ATS. Now you want me the latest many points on the road? No, I'm gonna take the Nets and getting all those points at home.
Brooklyn's actually covered 4 of their last 5 games right now. Hard pill to swallow. Especially the Knicks have beaten the Nets, DeAndre, in 10 straight games, but the Knicks are just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. So I see you there. I'm going to go over for sure right now. The Knicks have gone over in 10 of their 15 this year. They're 8-4 to the over as a favorite, and 4 of the last 6 meetings have gone over. So give me another over here with the Knicks and the Nets on Monday night. And DeAndre likes Brooklyn. I don't know if they're going to get any better, but when they're getting all these points, we can make some money with them. That's fine. I don't think they're improving necessarily, but I guess if they're covering spreads, they are. Okay, let's keep it rolling here right now and go to the Nuggets here on the road, taking on the Grizzlies. The Nuggets are favored here by 7.5 here, or so yeah, about 7.5, 233. It looks like right now, DeAndre. So Memphis has won two in a row. Denver's coming in off of a loss to the Kings. Shocker, they were beat at home in that one. Memphis, meanwhile, did beat Dallas on the road last time out, and they beat the Kings also here last two games.
Yeah, it's rare that this Nuggets team lose outright at home. But now we get them coming off a loss, and Denver is 6-2 ATS on the road.
Mm.
Memphis is banged up, injuries killing them. It's hard to back this Memphis team, so I'm just gonna trust Denver to be who they be, and I'm gonna lay it on the road coming off the loss.
Right, and Jaws out here still. Uh, uh, Maybe he's out with a bruised ego after what Clay Thompson said uh, about him the other night. But yeah, they have injuries there too on Memphis. Still, right? Some of those guys have been out for a while. Jock Londale is out. Denver relatively, Aaron Gordon is out of this one, but and Brown is out too, and Strother. So they've got some injuries too there. But you said you like Denver here. You said DeAndre. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Still going to lay it on the road with the Denver because they're definitely the cover team here. Memphis is 1-9 as an ATS as an underdog right now. So Denver's been a solid cover here, 9-5 as a favorite. But I think for me in this one with Denver and Memphis, I'm looking to go over here again. DeAndre, the trends would kind of point you, I think, in the direction of the under. Memphis has gone under in 5 straight games. 12 of the last 18 between the two have gone under. But I'm going to go to the over here actually with Denver and Memphis. I might be using the eye test a little bit here again, and I think it goes over 233. It's already gone up from what I saw there on the screen to 233.5. So I've got another over here so far. Okay, I'm looking at overs. All right, and in the chat they said, "Stop Geo, where Brooklyn at?" There. Can Porter keep it going for 4 threes here tonight? And Jimmy Tushin says, "What? It's only 7.5 for Denver here." Yeah, yeah. Look, DeAndre says it's a bargain, but uh, Denver, they're covering these numbers here a little bit for sure. All right, next up, the Blazers are on the road taking on the Bucks here. Similar records, but Blazers 7-10. The Bucks are just 8-9 right now in a 4-game losing streak. Portland's kind of in a funk here too, as well. DeAndre, they've lost 5 of their last 6. Uh, Portland's covered 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams, but the spread's pretty low, kind of reflecting of maybe the situation here in this one with uh, Portland and Milwaukee here, given that Giannis is still out. But Portland has some injuries too. Williams questionable, Sharp questionable, Drew questionable, Tybal still questionable, and Kevin. And yeah, that's it.
yeah. Milwaukee isn't playing good ball right now. They lost 4 straight, and they failed to cover in 4 games. They're 2-8 in this last 10 games. I take the Blazers in this one. They coming off an upset win against the Warriors on the road, and they're still out on the road versus this Bucks team. I take them. I take the Trail Blazers in this one.
Yeah, Blazers 7-3 against the spread as an underdog. They're still an underdog here, no doubt. Both teams are having some issues right now covering spreads. Milwaukee 1-7 against the spread their last 8. Portland just 2-6-1 ATS in their last 9 overall coming in. And for me, I'm going, man, DeAndre, I'm going over here in this one. I just talked about it. I thought the totals were coming down, but I don't know if they're coming down that much. I'm still going over. Milwaukee's gone over in uh, uh, 8 of 10 games at home so far this
Ye-
season.
I I know the Trailblazers played the Thunder. I'm talking about like the game before last, because I know tonight they played tonight. I know that, but before tonight, before tonight,
Oh,
they got blown out tonight. I know that. We know Thunder. You know, I told everybody to take the Thunder last night, but
yep.
the Trailblazers was the underdog versus the Warriors on the road, and they won outright. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was the only win they really had here, I
And
think.
that's yeah, that's why I went to that win. That's why
Yeah,
I'm talking. That's why
no,
I went to
yeah,
that.
they've had some issues for sure, and did get that win. But yeah, they got blowed out tonight
Thank you,
against
Star Strider. I appreciate the dialogue, man. I appreciate you.
the mighty.
It's just me and you. Yeah. Just a
The
little,
mighty Thunder.
gotta understand it. I know I gotta break it down. Appreciate that, bro.
The mighty Thunder, DeAndre. I mean, Jesus, can these guys be stopped? We're not talking about it. They're not playing tonight, but we'll throw that in there, DeAndre. At least you had them. You had them. You had the Thunder in another blowout. Man, the Thunder. Okay. Anyway, for the Blazers and the Bucks here, I'll go. I am going to go over here in this one with these two right now. They both kind of trending over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
What
sometimes
is it?
it's good to just take
Oh, Star
the
Strider. Oh,
point,
didn't see. Oh, thank
point, Star Strider, because as bad as you want that money line, as long as you got those points, you're gonna be safe. So that's why I tell you I take the points instead of the money line. Like the money line is good, like plus 300, but
I'm looking at Star Strider's avatar there. It looks like the trees that you do the or the age the tree you do the what I'm talking about. Okay, trying to think of the name of that, DeAndre. Okay, the origami tree, DeAndre. That's what Star Strider has. It looks like. All right. Timmy says OKC starters to where in fact, somebody said, was it Timmy Two Shoes that said last night he was afraid that the starters would be out of the game. Remember, somebody did. All right, let's keep it going here. DeAndre on Portland. I'm taking the over. Parlay all of our games up and then tell us the next day how you did side and total with DeAndre and I. Okay, here we go. DeAndre, the Bulls are at the Pelicans here, and uh, I don't know what to say about your Pels here at this point. You just have to tell me what's going on now. Bulls did win their last game, and well, Pelicans there another L the other night to Atlanta. This time they weren't even close in that one. What do you think here, DeAndre? Can where are the 0.5? That's all you're going to give your Pelicans? Oh,
man,
boy.
the Pelicans are 7-8-2 ATS.
Well, that's not. Hey, that's not. That's getting somewhere.
They're on a 9-game losing streak.
Oh yeah.
Bulls coming to this game 9-7, 8-7-1 ATS. We know this Bulls team play their best ball at home,
Mm,
but I still think the Bulls got enough
okay.
to take this Pelicans team behind the woodshed. I just don't like what I'm seeing from this Pelicans team. We do like the Queen, we do like Derek Queen, we like him,
Well, everybody's
but
right.
outside of that, man, this Pelicans team just don't have what it takes to just be
Mhm.
competitive. It's certain spots we're gonna be able to take the Pelicans, but I just don't want to do it against this Bulls team.
Okay. I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna give us a Pelican. They've covered 6 of the last 10. That's about as positive I can get with the Pelicans on some of these stats here. Obviously, with the what'd you say, a 9-game losing streak right now, losing 6 straight at home. Pelicans have won and covered 5 of the last 7 against the Bulls as well. And the Bulls are just 1-5 ATS in their last 6, and they're 1-5-1 ATS. So it's not a lot of positives either with the Bulls here, but I get your frustration with with your Pelicans right now. I'll go. I'm going to go over 10 of the last 13 meetings between these two teams have gone over, including 5 of the last 6 here in New Orleans. I guess, well, I did say one game under there, right, with the Cavaliers, but I've got another over here, DeAndre. I don't know Monday night if that's going to happen, but that's the way I see it. I'm taking over 243. Oh my gosh, this one's gone up to 243. Well, at least I got the market move is with me on all these overs. It seems like DeAndre, even if I, uh, am going over in every game. Hello to sports. There's a sports fan in the chat. How can you not pick the Bulls here? Says Star Strider. All right, DeAndre, the Rockets. They're at the Suns. This is a decent game here, right? I mean, you got the Rockets 10-4, looking about as good as they have here all season. They did lose last time out, no problem. Wasn't a easy game there against the Nuggets, but I think they got the money. Did they get the money in that one? Uh, Phoenix here, meanwhile, off of a third straight win here of late. They're had another great job last night, pulled away in the end against the Wembley-less Spurs, and got the money there last night for you, DeAndre. And I had the total. We hit that one perfect last night.
Yeah, the Suns playing good ball. The Rockets coming off a loss to the Nuggets, and I'll take the Suns, man. This is the spot that we want the Suns at home as an underdog getting points. We just laid 2.5 versus the Spurs, like Mr. Ramon said, and the Suns covered that game, and now we at home getting them as a dog. It's a back-to-back game, but there's no travel for Phoenix, and the Rockets haven't played since Friday, so the Suns in a perfect spot for this game. They played the Wolves. They just played tonight, and now they're getting ready to play tomorrow. So I mean, Suns definitely shooting way. The Suns definitely playing way more basketball right now. So I think that's an edge too. I think that's an advantage with the Suns also. So
Yeah, this is a game of two teams dealing from their own strength. However, Phoenix 9-1 against the spread at home right now. You mentioned it last night, but the Rockets are 6-1 against the spread on the road. But 8-5 against the spread as a favorite. That's pretty good too. They've been favored in all but one game so far this season. So Phoenix are playing really nice ball here right now, no doubt about it. I'm going to take I'm going under. I'm going under, DeAndre, in this one for once. I'll take the under here. Now, I know that Houston's been a pretty big over on the road. They are scoring well, and I think they played a little bit better tempo. I'm not saying they're worse on the road because the records show that they're just as strong on the road. But Phoenix is 3-7 to the under at home. They've gone under in 7 of their last 10, and 4 of the last 6 meetings have gone under. This is the first meeting of the season here between the two teams, but I'm going to go with the under in this one with Houston and Phoenix on Monday night.
Yeah, Starch right. I like that first half play. Like I said, the Suns could come out hot because they've been playing way more basketball, and the Rockets on the road haven't been playing since Friday, so it might take them a little longer to actually wake up and actually take a while for them to start making shots.
All right, thank you to Star Strider. Great to have a new member of the chat, All Stars. Okay, I got a couple more for you, DeAndre. We're going to stay out west here, of course, with the Wolves on the road. Yeah, they're taking on the Kings here. Kings are being Kings again, but they did win last out. They won their last game against Denver in that upset on the road there on Saturday night. 128, 123. We didn't give that game enough love, I think, with that win for Sacramento. It was a busy weekend. Meanwhile, for Minnesota here, they did lose last time out at Phoenix by 1 point there. Remember, Phoenix had a nice rally there late. Still, the Wolves are favored by 9 here, total 237.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the Kings in this one, man. I just think that it's too many points. The Kings have been playing better as of late. We just seen them go in there and beat Denver as a dog, and they came out there outright and won it. It was a bad spot for Denver, but the Kings still showed up. Westbrook had a nice performance, and I don't want to lay as many points with the Timberwolves. We just seen the Timberwolves break down versus the Suns, and they're still on the road playing a feisty Kings team, who we can't seem to figure out just yet. So I'll take the Kings getting all these points at home.
Yeah, I mean, the Kings are not doing well against the number at home, but the Minnesota's not knocking it out of the park either. Kings are 1-6 ATS at home right now, but the Wolves are just 3-5 ATS on the road coming into this one, and uh, uh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go here with the total, of course, and I'll take the under in this one at 236.5. Minnesota's gone under in 6 straight games right now, and Sacramento's gone under in 4 of their last 5. The series does trend to the over, but I'm going to take the under in this one with the Wolves and the Kings at 237.5 here. Total's been moving up, but this one I'm going to go under. DeAndre says take those points with those Kings. Don't have to. Can we light the beam for a spread victory? I don't know if we can. Okay. Utah and Golden State wrap it up here. Both teams on 3-game losing streaks, DeAndre. Utah has lost to the Lakers twice, and that sandwiched an OKC loss. So those are tough games for Utah for sure. Golden State, meanwhile, lost to Orlando and lost to Miami. And then you mentioned that Portland game at home where they got beat. So, but Golden State's still at home, DeAndre. They are 5-1 ATS, and Utah on the road 2-5 ATS. And obviously, we just saw Utah last night.
Yeah, we see this Utah team cover versus the Lakers. We know that they good at home, but we're getting them on the road. They got to travel out there to Golden State, and I think this is the perfect spot for the Warriors to get back on the right track. I'm gonna live with the Warriors, man. I just don't want to touch this Jazz team on the road.
Yeah, and look, Utah. Look, that was a pretty good performance by Utah. They did fall short in that game, but they came back. They were down like 8 points, 10 points. There, it felt like the Lakers were going to cover, and then Markkanen went off and got that cover for Utah last night. But you're right, DeAndre. They're 2-5 ATS on the road. I know 14 is a lot here, a lot to ask sometimes for the Warriors, but well, they are 5-1 ATS at home. So I'll take the over in this one at 239.5. Give me the over. Warriors are 8-3 to the over as a favorite. Utah is 2-5 to the under on the road, but I'm going to take the over here with these two, with Utah and Golden State here. 4 of the last 6 have gone over between these two teams, and Utah has gone over in 5 of their last 6 overall. So I'll take the over there. DeAndre and I have you set up on all 10 games side and total. So you'll hit lots of parlays hopefully tonight. All
Good
right, DeAndre.
luck.
Good luck to everyone. Oh, yeah, let me get the couple of college games with you here, and I'll let you go. Let's see. Warriors, Jazz aren't great defense. Jimmy Choo likes the under there. Too many points. Warriors and Jazz. Can they keep up? And I feel like there's no reason to run and gun, says Timmy Two Shoes. All right, DeAndre, we're going to check in on a couple of games at the Players Era Championship. This tournament, they are playing for NIL money. So, I don't know. You might scratch and claw to get a little extra dough here. Let's start off here. You picked a good one here with Creighton Blue Jays taking on Baylor Bears at the Players Era Championship at the Michelob Ultra Arena here. This one's at 2 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Pacific time. Baylor is favored here by 4.5. They come in 3-0. Creighton comes in 3-1 here, DeAndre. Baylor so far, though, although they're 3-0, 1-2 against the spread, and although Creighton's 3-1, they're 1-3 against the spread. So both of these teams kind of clunky here, ATS.
Yeah, we know Creighton like to rely on their defense. The Baylor team want to play fast. Baylor like to play small ball. Creighton been turning the ball over. This is not the same Creighton team that we know over the years. So I think that this Baylor team can do enough to cover in the spot.
Okay, DeAndre going to take the Baylor Bears here, lay the points. 4.5 in this one.
Neutral site in Las Vegas.
Yep, neutral site, the Michelob Ultra Arena here. That's where the Aces play. And DeAndre says, go ahead and lay it here with Baylor minus, 4.5 of that total 153.5. I'm going to go with the under here so far. Creighton is 0-4 to the under so far this season. Baylor is 2-1 to the over. Make a mistake here, but I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this one. The two teams did meet 2 years ago, DeAndre, at Baylor. Creighton won 85-76. It went over in that on that night, I believe. But I'll take the under here. DeAndre says take the Baylor Bears. All right, and let's see here. Baylor at home. Timmy already knew I was going under, I think. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said Baylor at home, and DeAndre said no, neutral site. Don't forget on all these games. There are 10. There's 9 games today. They each play like I think they each play like 2 games, and then the point differential has a lot to do with this. But I think they said, DeAndre, if you beat a team by now, I don't think it's going to happen. These games are pretty well matched. I know there's a couple of big spreads here in this tournament with Tennessee's by 15 today. You got Houston by 13. But if you beat someone by like 30 points, they cap it at 20. You can't beat someone by 40. It only counts as a 20-point win. They cap it at 20. The format of this tournament, the way they're setting it up, they're not playing, with a huge field like this. They're not out there playing, 5 games each. They're only playing like 3 games each. Okay, one more with you, DeAndre. The last game here at the MGM Grand Arena with UNLV and Maryland. Maryland is a 2-point favorite in this one. This is at midnight Eastern, 11 DeAndre and 9 Ramon. Maryland comes in 4-1. They've won 3 straight. UNLV's won 2 straight after they got out of the gate kind of slow. They lost a couple games early to UT Martin and to Montana, but have since bounced back with wins, including one over Memphis. Meanwhile, Maryland has consecutive wins over Alcorn, Marquette, and Mount St. Mary's.
Yeah, Maryland is slight favorite right now. I don't think this Maryland team is good this season. This isn't the same team from last year. They lost a bunch of players. They were 17.5 favorite, and they lost that game. Well, they lost. Wait.
You just told us.
They was only 17.5 favorite last game, and they only won by 5. Yeah. My bad. And they lost outright to Georgetown by 10. UNLV won outright as 9.5 dogs versus Memphis, 92-78. UNLV been playing good this season. This game is being played in Vegas, so it's kind of like a home game for UNLV, and there's also a time like a different like Mr. Ramon said, it's a late game for just a whole different time zone for Maryland, so it's gonna be a late game for them. So I don't think they're gonna be able to keep up. So I'm gonna be on UNLV in this one.
Expectations are high here in Las Vegas, DeAndre, when you bring a coach like Josh Pastner in here. But it was a little bit of a shocker for them to, kind of get out of the gate with a couple losses there against some teams probably not supposed to lose to. I think if you looked at their schedule, maybe Memphis would have been a tough game, certainly. And we saw Memphis, I don't know, they're off to a pretty slow start. So it wasn't looking great here, but they did blow up St. Joe's last game here. These two teams, DeAndre, are 9-1 to the over so far. I'm in with that. I'm in with that at 152.5. Yeah, I think this one goes over for sure here with UNLV and Maryland on Monday night. Okay, thanks to DeAndre. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Don't forget, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. That's where you can get our premium picks, DeAndre. Your best bet right there, Monday night. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15%. And Timmy Two Shoes likes Maryland, by the way. Oh, he's going up against you.
Yeah. Good luck, Timmy Two Shoes. But I appreciate all the love, all the support. Shout out to my man Cena. Shout out Timmy Two Shoes, who been with us the whole time we've been live since it started. Shout out Star Strider. Shout out Stop Geo. Just shout out to everybody who always been showing me and Mr. Ramon love, who always come and break the games down with us, and who make our games easier and who made this easier. But we appreciate all y'all love, all y'all support. I'm gonna say this before I get off. Hold on. They got some morning action for Feast Week. I like Rhode Island over Towson. Over Towson. Rhode Island is 4-1 ATSN straight up. They coming off a big win versus Yale. It was 8.5 dogs in that game, and they won 86-77. They shoot well from the three. Towson offense is bad. The defense is solid. They not shooting the free throw well, and if Towson going win that game is going to be off their defense. But I like Rhode Island in that game. But like I said, man, my best bet, $19 profit guaranteed, man. Come check it out, man. Let's start the weekend. Let's start the week off right. I got a good play in this game. I want y'all to trust me, man. Give me a chance to make y'all some money. So it's Monday. Let's start it off right. Pair me and Mr. Ramon up 2-for-1 cap a deal. Use the code 20T at checkout. And let us make you some money. It's the holidays. Happy holidays, everyone. Thanksgiving week. Money making Monday, so let's do it, man. Monday night football, college basketball all day. So I know me and Mr. Ramon gonna have some winners for y'all. So I appreciate all the night move love, all the support. Make it a winning day, guys. Good luck. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, DeAndre. Great job. Appreciate DeAndre Stevenson joining us here on Night Moves, and brought home some winners there on Sunday, as did I here in college basketball. Played some college games and some props over there. So, hey, we're going to get ready to go over the hockey here for tonight. We've got a 7-game card in the NHL. So, going to get ready to go here with the NHL. And let me bring it up here right now, pop myself back up there and get the games up. And we'll take a look at these games here right now. Going to start it off here with the Blue Jackets on the road taking on the Caps in this one. Blue Jackets come in here 11-8-3. Washington comes in here 11-9-2 with this matchup. Okay. Columbus comes in here off of a loss, as does Washington, actually. Columbus lost last time out to Detroit, 4-3 on the road. They've been alternating wins and losses. Meanwhile, Washington had a 3-game winning streak snapped when they lost at home to Tampa Bay, 5-3. Right now, we've got a Washington team here sitting. They've climbed out of the cellar and passed the Rangers here at the bottom of the Metropolitan Division, but still, this is a tough division. Don't get me wrong. The Caps are only 6 points out of first place, despite being in 7th place overall. Meanwhile, for Columbus here, they're in 4th place in the Metro, 6-5-2 on the road here so far. Pretty stiff price here for the Caps at $1.55. Considering that Columbus is 12-4 as a puck line underdog here, but you still got to lay a pretty price to take Columbus on this puck line here. So that does seem a little bit high. It's going to be Columbus at +1.5, -175. So I better just default to the total here in this one with Columbus and Washington here on Monday night. And I'm going to go to the over here with these two, Columbus and Washington. You have Columbus here has gone over in 6 of their last 9 games, and Washington has gone over in 4 of their last 6. I think Washington's been trending under here of late, but Columbus is 8-5 to the over on the road, and man, it is 6.5, right? At juiced slightly to the -20 to the under. So give me the over here at even money with Columbus and Washington here on Night Moves. Says there We'll see if the goalies are changed here, but I've got Greaves and Thompson. Thompson's still solid numbers, but he's seen his goals against kind of creep over 2 here now to 2.24. He's just 8-6-1. Capitals aren't quite doing as well as they did last season early on, but Jet Greaves for Columbus, 7-4-3, 2.8 goals against, 90.5% save percentage. I'm going to go over here in this one with Columbus and Washington here on Monday night. Your comments are welcome in the chat. And Strom for a anytime goal. I think Michael's on the under. Tim's on the Caps. Michael says if Columbus scores a lot, though, Washington will too, and it might be fine. Tim says Columbus's effort, but the Capitals will be too much for them. Next up, we've got the Flyers on the road here, taking on the Lightning. Pretty good matchup here. Flyers are 11-6-3, doing a heck of a job right now. Vladar expected in goal here against Vasilevsky for the Lightning. The Lightning are 12-7-2. But they are $1.70 here. Now, Tampa Bay has won 3 straight, coming in off of wins over New Jersey, Edmonton, and Washington. They've been strong defensively of late. Philadelphia comes in off of 2 straight wins over St. Louis and over New Jersey. In fact, they've beaten St. Louis twice in the last 4 games overall. But still $1.70 here. In this matchup, first matchup of the season between these Eastern Conference foes. Vladar is 8-4-1 with a 2.42 goals against. Vasilevsky 8-5-2 with a 2.52 goals against. Both goalies around 91% save percentage coming into this one. But for me, I kind of want to take the Lightning, but I'm not interested in laying any puck lines here. It feels like right now, Philadelphia is 10-3 as a puck line underdog. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay is 2-13 as a puck line favorite. Man, exactly pretty much the opposite here on the puck line anyway. Right now for these 2 teams, you do have both teams kind of trending over here of late between Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. In fact, 5 of the last 7 meetings between these 2 teams have gone over. It is 5.5, just shaded to the under there, but I'm going to go over in this one. I know they're expecting a lower score here, but give me another over here with Philadelphia and Tampa Bay in this one. There's no doubt that Philly's had a few overs here. I know that they just went 6-3 in that win over New Jersey. They also had a 6-5 win at St. Louis. They did win just over St. Louis 3-2 at home a couple nights ago. But give me the over in this one between Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. Michael says Flyers puck line. Kucherov takes a bad injury because of the Kucherov injury there. Tampa Bay slumping because of that. Timmy Chushu says these guys will skate all night for an under. And Timmy says, look at the total. Will the Flyers have trouble scoring here? Possibly, given some of the right. It's either hit or miss. It seems like with the Flyers, they either score 6 or score 1. It feels like. All right, I'm gonna keep a few more games going here. How about next up? The Blues and the Rangers here. Blues 7-9-6 coming in. The Rangers, well, they're at home, so you go against them, right? They're 10-11-2 this season. Rangers have lost 4 straight. The Blues just snapped a losing streak by beating the Islanders on the road 2-1. The Rangers at home, we're not kidding, right? I mean, they're in last place because of their 1-7-1 home record. They're 9-4-1 on the road, but because of this terrible streak at home or whatever, for whatever reason, they can't even win at home. Now, St. Louis, they are 7-9-6 overall. They're 4-4-2 on the road. They've actually done okay here so far on the road, and they just snapped that losing streak. So they are plus $1.20 here. The Rangers are just, it just feels like you're supposed to fade them here at this point. I know the Blues are still, they're on the road. They're coming off of a road win. This is their fourth straight road game. They're kind of playing the, teams up there in the Northeast. That gets a little treacherous. But look, they lost the first two, 3-2, 3-2, and then beat the Islanders 2-1. I got to take the Blues here on the road at plus $1.20 in this one. I'm taking them. Give me the Blues here. Blues have been doing well in this series overall. They've actually been better than the in the series. They just meet twice a year, but the Blues have really kind of had the number of the Rangers here over the last few years. In fact, they won the last one here last season. This is the first meeting of the season of their two meetings, but St. Louis has won 4 of the last 5 against the Rangers overall. So Rangers 1-4 in their last 5, 1-8 at home. I'm taking the Blues on the road in this one. Timothy's taking the Rangers here. And let's see who else. Jason Blues, right? You got to take the Blues. Michael says Rangers at home. Are getting Trocheck back here in this one. Got to take him here against the Blues. Maybe that will help turn it around a little bit. Timmy Choo Choo says Blues win the odd ones, right? The ones they're not supposed to win. Well, if anything, they're not winning a lot of them. It's hard, outside of pardon me, team like Nashville, trying to find the bottom teams a little bit because there's so much parity right now in the NHL. You really got to kind of dig deep to look at these bottom teams like Nashville, like St. Louis, like the Rangers. I mean, quite frankly, this is not a great matchup for the way the teams are kind of going. And, you think of Toronto and how streaky they've been, but they can't get anything done on the road. The Buffalo's no good on the road. So we do have some, downer teams, Vancouver and Calgary out west. All right. Can't figure them out. They're like women, you guys. Okay. Rangers and Devils here with the Devils favorite at home, $1.35 in this one. Total here is 6 under 20. I do see some 5.5 overs out there, but feels like 6 under 20 might be the more popular of the two options here at this point. Looks like Talbot and Markstrom going in this one for Markstrom here. 5-3-1, but a 3.83 goals against. Not great. Cam Talbot, 9-2, 2.66 goals against coming in, but you still can't fault the way that's going for the Devils here. They are 13-7-1 still. They've lost 3 in a row. Red Wings have won 3 of their last 4. Devils with losses to Tampa Bay, Florida, and Philadelphia. But that was the end of a long road trip that saw them go up and down kind of the east here a little bit. So now they're home and rested. Could say, first game back, always got to put them in check. But they're sure glad to get home after losing those 3 in a row. Meanwhile, the Red Wings have wins over the Rangers on the road, Seattle at home. They lost to the Islanders 5-0, but then bounced back with a win over CBJ 4-3. Devils here just 7-0 at home so far this season. Detroit, meanwhile, although 13-8-1 here, they are just 5-4 on the road. Man, 7-0, that's pretty impressive, and it is only $1.35 here. Red Wings have won a few of I think they have the upper hand a little bit in this series. I don't know if it's been dominant necessarily between these two. In fact, looking at the trends in the series here between Detroit and New Jersey today, I think they've actually been winning on the road. Let me see here. New Jersey won 5 Detroit won 5-2 in New Jersey here last April. Devils won at Detroit almost a year to the date here, 5-4. New Jersey won at Detroit. I'm taking New Jersey. I don't think it ends here. I think 7-0 right now at home. I'm going to take New Jersey. I know it's $1.35 here, maybe even a little higher right now. Showing some books are creeping up here to $1.45, $1.50. But I'll take the Devils here to keep it going right now and remain unbeaten here at home. They're not perfect at home at this time. They are actually 7-0-1, but still no regulation losses at home. So give me New Jersey here, $1.35. Comments from you guys in the chat right here. Timmy says Talbot's playing pretty good. Michael's going over here. Devils to snap that streak. Devils will score. Detroit will score. And he's got it 5-3, 5-4 over there. Timothy on the Red Wings. And Timmy says, aren't the Red Wings kind of an under team here, Ramon? Well, they're 4-5 to the under on the road. But for the most part, they've been kind of a split. And they've also gone over in 4 of their last 6. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams here in New Jersey have gone over. And 7 of the last 10 in the series have gone over as well. So, I don't know, Timmy, I think the other way maybe. But I'll just take New Jersey here. You guys are on Detroit, though, it looks like. Detroit here. All right, next up. The Panthers are on the road taking on the Predators. Predators definitely near the bottom here right now. But still, right, they're like probably the worst, and they're still 6-11-4. So they got some points here. But Florida been treading along here, trying to, bide their time, get healthy. But they have won 2 of their last 3 here. They're off of a home loss to Edmonton 6-3. But some struggles here for Florida on the road right now. Just 3-6 and 3-6 Florida on the road. But meanwhile, Nashville 3-12 straight up as an underdog. 6-2 in their last 10 overall coming into this one. Nashville here right now has lost 7 of their last 8 and 4 of their last 5 games at home. Florida's won 8 of the last 10 meetings between the two. I know they're $1.45 here, but what else are you going to do? I'm going to play Florida here on the road. I'm going to take the favorite in this one and take the Panthers over the Preds here. Predators did win a previous meeting here, 5-3, I believe it was. I might not have that score right. I can't read my writing there, but I'm going to go with the Panthers here on the road over the Predators. Timothy's on the Panthers here. Preds kept the last game versus the Abs to the under, but lost 3-0. There he says. Did hold the 3. Of course, we know Colorado wins every game by 3, right? Maybe it's an upset spot. Maybe. All right, a couple more here right now. I've got the Senators on the road taking on the Kings. Senators are 11-6-4. They're getting a lot of respect at the window, it feels like. Kings are still going to be favored despite a 3-game losing streak coming in for the Kings. Oh, no. They lost at Washington and at San Jose, and then they came back and lost at home to Boston. Could have been that long trip, first game home back thing because they got beat 2-1 and were flat. The offense has been struggling here for the Kings, no doubt about it. Meanwhile, for Ottawa, they're on the West Coast swing. They've already won at Anaheim, at San Jose. Are they going to make it a clean sweep here in LA tonight? Man, Ottawa liking the West Coast swing. Drew Doughty has been out for a few days, but it should be noted that he's been placed on the IR, key injury there for the Kings. Brady Tkachuk also, though, hit the injured list for Ottawa recently. And they got Chabot, questionable here in this one. They're lacking a little bit on defense here. And Ridley Gregg also questionable for the Senators here. Man, I hope the Kings can turn around. I want to take them here. Kings have struggled at home. That's been their big problem right now. The Kings at home so far this season have been yucking it up. Just five. I'm sorry, just 1, 4, and 3 so far. The Kings are kind of like the Rangers, not playing well at home, but playing well on the road. Ottawa's actually come in here with a pretty decent road record right now at 5, 3, and 2. So still, man, long trip here on the West Coast. But I like what I see from Ottawa here right now, and I'm going to take them here to beat the Kings tonight. There's some good momentum. For whatever reason, the Kings are struggling here at home. Ottawa's 6-3-1 in their last 10 games. Like I said, I think they're getting a lot of respect at the window here. Ottawa's gone over in 4 of 5 as an underdog. Kings are just 3-10 as a puck line favorite. Ottawa just is 4-1 as a puck line dog. Michael said Predators will lose there. Let's see. Saros can't stop. You guys are back on that other game. Sorry about that. Go Senators, go. Kings are bad at home. Predators to win is a sharp pick. Here's Senator. Okay, you guys are back on that. Here's the Senators. There we go. One more here on the ice, and the show's over. Golden Knights taking on the Mammoth here. Golden Knights a slight road favorite, $1.15. Total 6 here in this one, maybe shaded to the under. VGK's 1, 2 of 3. They are coming in off a loss. They're still 10, 4, and 7. It just seems like they're not playing well, I guess. They lost at Anaheim last time out, 4-3, but still have won 2 of their last 3. Utah, meanwhile, just snapped a losing streak by beating the Rangers at home 3-2. That was one where the Rangers didn't win on the road. So let's see here with BGK coming in here. BGK's definitely had a good run against Utah. They've won 12 of the last 18 meetings between these two teams. 7 of the last 10 meetings between the two teams have gone under here in Utah. Vegas has gone under in 4 of their last 5 and 5 of their last 7 on the road. Utah's gone under in 5 straight and 4 of their last 5 at home. Closely rated game. I'm just going to take the under in this one with VGK and Utah. VGK should mention they are 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Utah's 5-3 to the over as a dog, although they're 3-6 to the under at home. And like I said, 4 of the last 5 overall at home. Hope I got that right. Let me look at the scores there. Yeah, Utah, they're struggling, right? They're struggling to score goals here, actually, with just 10 goals overall in their last 5 games, averaging just 2 goals per game. Get your picks here in the chat, and then we'll wrap it on up here on Night Moves. All right. Vegas versus expansion team. Mammoth aren't an expansion team. That's the old Phoenix Coyotes. They've been in Utah for 2 seasons now, but it's the same franchise. The team was purchased and moved to Utah. They've undergone some changes in 2 years. That's understood. This has got to be under, says Timmy. Timmy the Hawk says under as well. Got my two Tims in here. And Timmy says maybe a contrarian over spot. Michael may like the over too. And that's it, I think, from you guys. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining me here on Night Moves. I had a great time. Be back tomorrow night. We'll take a look at the Tuesday card. More picks in the NIL games from Las Vegas. We'll also have NBA, NHL. Here we're going to come down. We're coming down to the end of our weeknight games here this week, coming to an end. Or you know what I mean, not the weeknight games, but here we'll have action on Tuesday, but then no action on Wednesday. that is the end of the 48 straight days of football. Yes, we're right back on it on Thursday with 3 NFL and one college, and then Black Friday game with the Bears and the Eagles. So we're back to playing. And then before you know it, we'll be in the bowl season. But that was it. The 48, whatever it was, straight days of the football game every night comes to an end this week. But it is feast week. Lots of college basketball. Hit me up over at Tony'sPicks.com. That's where I'm going to be firing here this week, mostly college basketball. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That saves 15% off those premium pick packages from me and from the other cappers here at Tony's Picks. Check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. I had some winners here. There they are. I had Tucker under in his rushing and receiving. I had Stafford over. Oh, look at this Devontae Adams. I had him over 62.5 yards. And oh man, what happened? Oh man, he had 62. I lost by half a yard. Oh, darn it. I had a push in there with DePaul. I had a winner with Yale and Charleston under there yesterday. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Oh, I was here. I thought I was showing the picks. There we go. I got to prove it there with those props. There they are. There it is. I had Tucker under. He finished with 46 rushing and receiving. There's the Devontae, lost by half a yard. And over with Stafford. That push on DePaul, a win there with Yale and Charleston. Okay, that's going to do it, you guys. Thank you very much for joining me here on Night Moves. We'll be back tomorrow at hopefully somewhere around 2:30 a.m. Eastern and 11:30 Pacific, right there. Whenever I get the show ready, actually, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out and waiting for me here a little bit. Timmy wants some. We're back in domestic league play and Champions League play this week here. So looking forward to that. We had MLS playoffs there. I kind of whipped here on the site yesterday, but we did see those teams advance to the semifinals there last night. And my San Diego FC team will play tonight there with a chance to go to the semifinals, one game away from the MLS Cup. The hook keeps back, says Timmy right there. Appreciate it, everybody. Catch you tomorrow more Night Moves on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.